So I fell in love with Tex-Mex when I was making my way through the States a couple of years ago. So this whole recipe is inspired by that trip. It's basically a crispy fish tortilla. First, the salsa. So we're gonna start by cutting this guy up. A tomato, we're just gonna cut him into quarters and then de-seed him. You're just basically slicing into there, and then the seeds just kind of come out. And that's it. So the reason why I'm de-seeding the tomatoes today is it holds a lot of water. The tomato seeds hold a lot of water, and I don't need this salsa to be that wet, basically. So once the tomatoes are de-seeded, you're basically just gonna chop them up into little 2-centimeter pieces. So I'll then cut the quarters into maybe quarters or thirds again, depending on how big your tomato is. So today I'm gonna be using a whole avocado, really simple. You're basically running your knife through it. I always like to peel my avocados. I know that a lot of people scoop them, but again, I really like to keep that beautiful dark green part intact. It's just full of nutrients and full of vitamins. And then you're gonna slice up the avocados to about the same size as your tomato. So just gonna give him a quick slice up here. Little choppy, all the same size. Straight in. Lime juice. Straight in. I do it now because I don't want my avocados to brown, so the lime juice just helps it not oxidize. And I mix everything with chopsticks, so why not? Then we've got some aromats, so we've got some cumin here, which will go straight in. Gorgeous. Some crushed garlic, which I love. Some shallots, which is all chopped up really finely. Delicious. And then some chili. So I'm using long red today because I don't want too much of heat to come out of it. It's more about like just getting that capsicum-y flavor. We've got some coriander. I'm just gonna chuck all of that in because I love coriander. I'm just gonna set this guy aside. So we're gonna get started on the fish now. So I gotta turn on my oil, have it preheating. We basically want it at about 190 degrees. So that means if I drop some of these breadcrumbs in, they'll crisp up in about 5 to 10 seconds. So I've got the flour here, which I'm gonna put some smoked paprika into, some onion powder, and some cumin. So these spices are already smelling so good, and they're just gonna really add that Tex-Mex flavor to the fish. It's going on the first layer, so it's not gonna burn, because you don't want your spice to burn. So that's why it's in the flour and not the breadcrumbs. Now I'm just gonna coat my fish with this. I've got some barramundi, which I love. When I was in the States, we used tilapia, so that's what I had, but any kind of firm flesh white fish will work, so whatever you like, really. That goes into the egg. Then we finish in the breadcrumbs. I've salted the breadcrumbs a little bit as well. It just really helps to enhance that flavor of all the spices in the fish and the fish itself. Okay, so basically you're gonna do this with all your pieces of fish, and now the fun part. So to test your oil, I don't think you're supposed to do this, but I do this. I always put my chopsticks into the pot to see if it bubbles, and it does, which means that it's hot enough to cook the fish. So basically, really easy. You're just dropping all the slices of fish in, and oh my God, that smells so good already. You're cooking it for about a minute or so until it's just golden on the outside. It's a piece of protein that's so easily cooked so fast, so it won't take any time whatsoever. Chef's treat. Oh, yum. All right. That's perfect. I'm gonna do the rest of them now and then start assembling. So this part is so much fun. You can do it with your kids if you've got them. It's about putting your own spin on it. So add corn if you want to, add some cucumber if you want to, but let's just start with this. 2 tortillas, done. Red cabbage and shredded lettuce. As much or as little as you want. So you can use red, you can use the green one. I'm using red today because of the color. I really want this dish to be vibrant and full of energy so that it's eye-catching, you want to eat it. The fish, which is gorgeous. You know what? I'm just gonna pile it on. A good tablespoon or so of that. Have some fun with it. Now my favorite bit, the smoked mayo. So this mayo is so simple. It's just mayonnaise with some smoked paprika, some lime juice, some lime zest, and a little bit of salt. And that is my crispy fish tortilla. Try it at home.